Hey guys, Corey here. Today I'm going to share with you all the secrets I know for maxing your base as fast as possible without spending any money in Clash of Clans. Definitely stick around for this whole video because the last two things I'm going to be sharing with you, I guarantee you 90% of Clashers do not know about. So first of all, we're going to start off nice and simple. If you're going to max your base as fast as possible, keep an eye on your builders. Keep them busy, all right? If you're slacking at looting, that is a good indication. When you see that you have a builder up there, that is a good indication. If you don't have the loot, you need to go get the loot, all right? Me, right now, I've actually got a builder not busy, so boom, I already got the loot ready. There we go. All the builders are busy. Next, we're going to talk about how to max your heroes as fast as possible. Having maxed or really high level heroes is very important for being effective in war, so that should be a big focus of yours. Tip number one, if you want to get those heroes maxed as fast as possible, opt out of wars, all right? Just opt out and just focus on the farming. That way you can get those heroes maxed as soon as possible, not having to worry about having them awake for clan wars. Since you're going to continue looting with your heroes down, you're going to want to drop down into the lower leagues. That way you can hit easier bases that you can still get all the loot without using your heroes. Now, the whole point of opting out of wars in the first place was so that you could just keep your heroes down, upgrading pretty much the entire time. Now, if you're going to do that, I'm going to show you guys a few armies that work well for looting without heroes. These armies are my three favorites for looting without heroes. Number one by far is just mass miners with a bunch of heals and a poison just in case they got something in that enemy CC. Altogether, that's going to cost you 361 elixir and only 130 dark elixir. Sorry, my head's in the way. Just for the poison spell to make sure you get that CC. So almost zero dark elixir. That means you can use all that dark elixir towards your heroes. Same thing with the frozen dragon army, all right? It's going to cost you 374,000 elixir, zero dark elixir. You don't need a poison with the dragons. And then we have Barch, all right? Now, if you're at Town Hall 13, this is not going to work as well. There's too many people trying to loot at that level right now. But if you're any lower than that, Barch in the lower leagues, like Gold League, Crystal maybe, is amazing for sniping the collectors, and you don't have to use any spells with Barch whatsoever, so it is by far the cheapest army, about 100,000 elixir. Next tip for maxing your base as fast as possible is only use the stuff that you don't need. So if you're trying to max your heroes, stick with elixir armies like the three that we just talked about. If your heroes are already maxed out and you still need more gold and elixir to max out the rest of your walls and defenses, then you're going to switch to dark elixir armies. Now, if you take a look right above my head, army number 2 there, that one is going to use almost zero elixir, only 31,000 elixir. It uses a ton of dark elixir though, over 6,000, which is just fine because once your heroes are maxed and your troops are maxed at the dark elixir level, which usually happens first because you prioritize those and you don't need that dark elixir anymore, you might as well use it to get that elixir and the gold. Now, a little bit less radical one is going to be the option right below it. Uses 244,000 elixir and about 2,300 dark elixir. Another decent option if your heroes are already maxed and you really don't need dark elixir. Next tip is to spend your gems very wisely, assuming that you're not buying tons of them. The best value that I was able to find for gems is going to be in the daily deals, and that is the training potion. It's only going to cost you 30 gems, and it's going to allow you to get in a ton of farming attacks in a very short amount of time. Another tip that's helped me out a ton is just turning on the TV, getting a distraction going. That way you don't mind flipping through those bases until you find a good one to get a ton of loot. And if you're sitting there watching TV for an hour or two, you're going to have a lot of opportunities to do some looting with very little thinking or engagement on your part. Makes it a lot easier to get it done. Now, we're going to talk about spending your league medals wisely because there's a lot of things in this league shop that are not a good deal. The builder potion used to be an amazing deal when it was only 10 or 15 medals or something like that. Now, it is not worth it. Do not spend your medals on builder potions. Let's do the math because we can find some stuff that is a lot more efficient, all right? So builder potions at 30 medals, even if you bought 4 of those bad boys, and assuming that you have all 6 builders busy at the same time, if you use all 4 of those potions on all 6 of your builders, you're going to get 240 hours of speed up, which is only equal to 10 days, all right? That's not even an entire defense worth of value. Let's just take a look, and I'm on Gold Pass right now, so this is on Gold Pass. The Wizard Tower alone is 12 days, 19 hours, so spending 120 medals on builder potions would not even be enough hours to get one Wizard Tower done, not to mention the fact that you're still having to pay the resources for all those buildings. By far the better value is the Hammer of Building, because for the same value that we just talked about for the 4 builder potions, you can instantly complete your most expensive and your most time-consuming defenses, up to 2 weeks for some of those things. Eagle Artillery, high cost, end stages of the Town Hall, you know, the Inferno Towers that are much higher cost, plus you don't need to spend the resources for them. So the Hammer of Building, which is what I meant to put on the screen, is going to be way better value than builder potions. Don't even get me started on Hammer of Heroes, all right? Not a good value. They cost a lot more than the Hammer of Building. And then if you look at the upgrade time on Heroes, generally only take up to about 7 days compared to twice that for a lot of your defensive structures. At 165 medals, it is not a good use of your medals. Hammer of Fighting is another pretty good use of your medals, because a lot of those upgrade times, the later level Town Halls can take up to 2 weeks as well, and a significant amount of resources. So spending 120 medals to instantly upgrade a troop with 0 resource cost is also going to be a good use of medals. While we're on the subject of deals, I wanted to bring up the research potion, because this is the absolute worst thing in this entire shop. I would rather buy resources than buy the research potion, all right? The builder potion, at least you're speeding up to 5 or 6 builders if you have that extra builder. Research potion, horrible value. You only have 1 lab. You only get 10 hours of speed up on that. And with troop upgrade times of up to 2 weeks, that's nothing. You should never, ever, ever buy a research potion. And our final tip that a lot of people probably do not realize, this is going to apply most to late stage of the game. For right now, that's Town Hall 13. If you do, I would even say less than 9 attacks a day, you might as well be doing them in Legend League. Here's why. Even though you're guaranteed to get attacked, usually almost 8 times a day, they don't actually take any resources from you whatsoever. So what that means is, you know, in all the other leagues, every time you get attacked, you lose resources. People steal your resources, all right? In Legends League, you're not losing any resources. It's showing them going out, but they don't actually go out on any of those attacks. So you do not have any more defensive losses. Not only that, but pretty much every single base has a nice amount of loot in Legends League. Less than 8 attacks a day. Just take a look at my last 3 attacks right here. We got 6,800 Dark Elixir, 6,900 Dark Elixir, 5,400 Dark Elixir, and that's not even including the League loot bonus, which is also massive, like 340,000 each of Elixir and Gold, and 2,400 Dark Elixir in loot bonuses. So you're getting massive scores from every single one of your looting attacks. So if you're only doing 5, 6, 8, or even 9, possibly even 10 a day, it's worth it to do those in Legends League, because you're losing nothing. You're not having to waste time in the clouds looking for good bases. All the bases have good loot in Legends League. Definitely the way to go for Town Hall 13s. In the middle of the screen, you should see my logo. That's to click on and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notification bells, because I'm pumping out Clash of Clans videos for you. Also on the left-hand side, got another video you might want to check out. I'll see you soon.